good evening, good peoples. And welcome to another dope episode of the Fat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most. Right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram each and every Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Yep, from 8 to 10, we right here getting it in, okay? We want to thank y'all for joining us and tuning in tonight. And as you can see, tonight, the conversation is about soul ties, the spiritual bonds that shape our lives, as a continuation of the conversation for Sexual Health Awareness Month. And we getting ready to get into this thing because it's going to be real good. And when I mean real good, I mean real good. All right? I'm your girl, Leo Rochelle, and we about to get into this thing. But I know y'all like, where y'all at? Where y'all at? We finna let y'all see us. But I wanted to make sure we got all the business out the way before y'all saw our beautiful ass faces and whatnot. All right, so here we go. There we are. And with us tonight, we got none other than Miss Anisha, aka Niche, right here next to me. What's up, Niche? Say hello to the peoples. Uh-oh, you're muted, darling. There you go. Can you hear us, Niche?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Oh, okay, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Hey, y'all, what's going on?
Hey, girl. And then we got none other than Coach Coco, aka Auntie Ayla, in the building with us tonight.
Hey y'all,
girl.
hi.
Okay. Somebody got a little energy tonight. I ain't mad at it. And then we got the fellas at the bottom. Rolling with us tonight. The fellas is in the building. We got none other than the one, the only, the mouth. Moments in the building with us tonight.
What's up, family? Hey. What's going on? It's a new week, new time, trying to get into it, to some deep shit tonight.
Listen, it's about to get real tonight. It's all about to get real tonight. Is y'all ready or is y'all ready? Is y'all ready or is y'all ready?
I ain't ready.
I don't think y'all ready.
I ain't ready.
And then we got Moses, Haitian boy Moses up in here with the fresh cut. Okay, Moses.
How y'all doing?
New hair, who this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you play too much. How y'all doing? Then he gonna hit y'all with the thirst trap voice too, with the fresh cut.
You called it, right? Okay.
We talking about how y'all doing. Ladies. This is Haitian boy Moses. Fresh cut in the building.
How y'all doing?
Single and loves to mingle. Aquarius is I like walks in the park. I like holding hands. I like putting my feet in the sand.
Gave us all
that is soothing though. That is soothing.
Gave us all the sex appeal, okay? I ain't mad at it. Moses say, hey, somebody might be watching.
Hey, Moses say he been in that jail working. He got to show it off in a minute. He want to get ready. New year, new me. Got you. Yeah.
Hey, Mama Ayla. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Mama Ayla.
Thank y'all for tuning
in. Hey, Auntie Michelle.
Auntie Michelle is in this thing. What's up, y'all? So tonight, if y'all did not catch it, let me make sure we speak to the people over there. Hey, Black Bow Beauty over there on Instagram. Hey, girl.
Hey.
We want to make sure we speaking to all of the peoples, and we got Simply Faye 40 over there. Hey, girl. And Z Nora Avenue Boutique over there. Hey. We want to make sure we say hey to all of the peoples out there tonight tuning in. But again, I'm going to give it to y'all one more time. Tonight's conversation is about soul ties. Okay, soul ties. and the spiritual bonds that shape our lives. This is gonna be a really good conversation, and we gonna go on and get into it because it's gonna be something. And we got a special guest in the building with us tonight. We got none other than my girl, my favorite floater, Miss Kiki Janae in the building with us tonight. Is it popping up? Is it showing up? There we go. Hey, girl. There we go. She probably can't hear us yet. All righty. So, we finna get into this thing tonight. So, first and foremost, I know y'all like, why are we having this conversation tonight? And this conversation, we are having it simply because it is Sexual Health Awareness Month. And outside of the physical and the mental, we got to tap into that spiritual that be happening too. Because we be out here, a lot of us be out here just humping and getting to it and don't even be thinking about all of the other stuff that happens on the other side of just humping. All right? So,
When you go up and
so,
around.
what y'all thinking? What y'all feeling?
When you go humping
I want
around.
to hump.
Y'all scared? Y'all scared to have this conversation?
No, let's do it.
Ain't nobody humping around.
Right.
Cause
You
y'all
go
over there
around.
crying.
It's just,
I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'm seriously being honest with you.
Y'all over there
just humping around.
crying.
Oh,
So I'm gonna tell you first of all the types of soul ties. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the types of soul ties. Sorry y'all. Hold on.
He said he want to hump too. Shit.
Right. He's trying to hump around too.
All right, so I'll kick it off. So the types of soul ties, we have emotional soul ties, physical soul ties, and spiritual soul ties.
Okay.
All right. Those are the three types of soul, but I feel like there possibly are more. But we're talking about these three tonight. So we got the emotional soul ties. And emotional soul ties are formed through deep emotional connections. And often it's with like somebody who understands and supports you in a deep level. So they can be romantic and platonic. So any of y'all have like some emotional soul ties like with somebody or know people who have these type of soul ties, and it's just not somebody that you sleeping with, but somebody that you just like super cool with, and y'all just link in that kind of way.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, you definitely have those. I got definitely my two dope friends. You know what I'm saying? We rock like that.
To who?
huh?
Friends, my friends.
Oh, friends. Okay.
Where you just had that connection. You know what I'm saying? Where it be just linked in. Like you always on point. There's those connections where you feel like you don't have to talk to somebody every day. You talk to them, the energy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I wonder if anybody else got this. So like I have certain people in my life where they would like reach out to me randomly, or I'll reach out to them randomly. Like you said, we don't talk every day. And they'll reach out to me in the moment that I really need them at that moment, or I need somebody to talk to, or I'm like literally just going through that particular day. Or maybe I just got something great going on, who knows? But I have people in my life who will literally just reach out and be like, hey, you've been on my mind real heavy. You good? And I'm like, I am not okay.
Leo.
I'm not okay today.
Leo.
Yeah.
Leo, yeah.
Leo.
You're one of those people.
Yeah, and
Leo,
I
I'm
think
one of those people.
it's like a spiritual time when somebody knows, I need to reach out to this person. I need to just check in on this person. Yeah.
Oh,
And most of the time that I do it, them people be like, bruh, what the fuck? Where do you come from?
No,
How did you know? Like, what's going on? How did you notice something was going on? It's
they
just
be
that.
feeling away. Okay.
Actually, me and Leo got into an argument.
It was God.
No, me and Leo got into an argument. Like I was like, what? Because she caught the back end of the argument of me and the other person, and she just called me like, "You good?" I'm like, "What?" what you talking about? I was like, I snapped on her by accident. Then we talked about it.
And it was because he was mad because I called or I reached out at that opportune time when that happened. Like right after
today?
that happened.
No.
Was it today? Yesterday? Was it recently? Like
Yeah,
when
it was recently.
he had just got that fresh
was
haircut.
recently.
He was feeling himself, huh? That's
No.
what it was.
Him and the person got into it. And then, like, I happened to reach out, like, literally as that was coming to a close. I sent the message, like, right before it closed. And I'm like, you good? And he was like, bruh, what the fuck? Are you watching me? Like, are you here? Do you see me right now? Like, the fuck are we talking about right now? Because I
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it was
hey.
crazy.
You was like, hey, I just was checking on you. I don't
Hey.
even know what's going on over there, but some
I
just
was
seemed to me to
just
tap in
checking
with
in.
you to make sure you was good. That's all.
And that's what I be doing. I literally
It
just
just
be
be
checking
weird though.
in.
It'd be really weird because like literally, like I just hung up the phone with the person going off.
Yeah.
And she just sent the text. I didn't even reply back. I just called her like, what the fuck? You good? Like, what you mean am I good? Where you at? Like I started asking all sorts of questions. Like, where you at right now?
Do you see me?
Yeah.
That was the one that had me chuckling. That nigga said, do you see me? And I'm like,
That boy
I'm
paranoid.
so confused. Like, bro, what?
I was irritated. I was super irritated. I'm not gonna
He was
lie.
like, do you see me? And I'm like, well, I'm at home.
I just was checking on you.
But in real life, to have those
nowhere near
connections
you.
with a person is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dope
It
because
is.
I'm
Yeah, it is. But it's kind of scary though. It's like very like for me, like I was on edge that day. I was like, what? Because it was just so and the funny thing about it, she's always on point with it. Like between her and my cousin, they're always on point with it. Like it'll just be like, I just got out the argument or I just got some crazy news, and they'll give me a call like, yo, you good? And it's always starting with that you good? What? Fuck you. All right, yeah. So Leo's one of those people. I have like probably 3 main people like that. Leo's definitely one of them, which is annoying and good at the same time.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
always
that's about
funny
that many, too.
because I used to do it to one of my other friends, and they used to be like, don't start, Leo. And she never calls me Leo. That's how I know when some shit be happening with her or some shit is going on, because she never calls me Leo. Like, never, ever, 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 ever calls me Leo. The only time she calls me Leo is when I reach out to her and it be some shit going on, and she be like, don't start your shit today, Leo. And I'm like,
I ain't even do nothing.
I ain't even saying
I'm like,
nothing
I have
yet.
not done a thing. I literally just called your phone. She like, yeah. But you call when shit be going on. And when shit be going on and I get a phone call from you when the shit going on, that means you already know something going on. Or you got an inkling that some shit is going on, so you decided to call. Hey, you crossed my mind, I called you.
I just love you.
I just called a love on you.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
actually did it to my best friend today. Did it to her today, and I'm usually that one. And I said, "Where you at? What you doing?" She was like, "Bitch, what do you want?" I said, "Wait, how you doing? What's going on with you?" She was like,
I think that's
always know when something is going on. No.
I think that's the messed up part because y'all always get and that's what makes y'all kind of amazing though. Because I'm not gonna lie,
we seem to
y'all
know
get the brute end of it. It's the brute. What? And like because you're irritated, you're angry, and the person is like, "You good?" And you like. And you're still in that mind frame. So like the strong friend, like sometimes like when you have that strong friend,
you still trying to brush it off.
Yeah, you gotta really respect that strong friend. Because
it's not that it's just something you just crossed our mind and you was on our heart. Like, hey, I just called to see what was going on you because
I know, but you guys deserve.
I just want to know.
You deserve y'all roses too. And when it all clears, y'all deserve y'all roses because
we appreciate
y'all get that. Y'all get that brute. Like I'm not gonna. Me and Leo really just. I was like, what? And she can hear it in my voice. She's like, yo, you good? I'm like, yo, stop asking me that. Where you at? Like I'm asking her like I was so irritated. Like I was like, because I was already irate from the prior conversation. Like it was to that point. And Leo's like, and she calmed me down. It's like she had to de-escalate the whole situation. So imagine, like, you gotta understand. Imagine you're already irate, and then you do that to somebody who's just trying to check on you, and if they have a short fuse, it could really go there.
Yeah, but most of the time it's something that just didn't told us in our heart that hey, check on them and make sure they're good.
Absolutely.
So it's never where we take it offensively. It's just that I was just I got this thing, and some just told me to call, not text you, call you. Hey, what's going on?
And make sure you good.
You cool. And that was it. And at that point, and that's what we do. And we hear it in your voice when you answer the phone, like, oh yeah, it's something about something already happened. Okay,
I don't even have to call Moses. I literally text him.
Really?
Like I text him the time he talking about. I text him like, you good? And then that's when he called me like, bro, what?
Like where you
at? Say he had the biggest fucking attitude, and I'm like, sir, listen, let me tell you something. I was just checking in.
Just checking on you.
I just want to make sure you was
literally,
out.
Michelle. That man said, "Can you see me?"
Like, you know, I just right now snapped off at somebody just like 2 minutes ago.
No, it was like that shit was creepy.
It's creepy because I just got off the phone. It's like I threw my phone down, and then I looked at my watch, and she texted me like, "Are you good?" So I'm like.
So now you're thinking like, wait, did you just hear everything that just happened?
Like, he had were you there?
Were you on the phone?
What you doing when you out and about? You know how somebody be like, "What you doing?" And
you be having arguments in the street. You're in a car, and I'm like, I threw my phone down, then I gotta get, "Are you good?" I look at my watch.
Yeah,
are you good? I'm like,
wait, what? Right?
How did she know I'm not good?
Like, did you just see me do all of that?
That's why the first question was like, "What? You see me? Like, where you at?" Like, those were the questions.
Don't see you at all.
Questions.
I'm psychic. Black Bold Beauty says she totally agrees that she has that one person that knows what to say and when to send a text. When it happens, she is just amazed. Hey, Dale's World, D Cup. Okay, D Cup. Damn.
Wow.
Your sweet Cali chick. Hey, Cali chick. What up, cousin? Wesby 17 over there has joined the chat. What's up, cousin? And then we got Doc over there as well, but I see Doc hopped on over here to YouTube. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
But I think it's a beautiful thing to have people that are like that. But I also think it's even more beautiful that you have people that you can randomly call. Like, I would definitely say Moses is also that person for me sometimes. Like, when I just be in my moods or have a moment. Like earlier today, I was in a mood. I was legit irritated. And that conversation went from one extreme to the total, like to the next.
It went so left.
It went left, like so far left.
And I was like, what?
But we chuckled so fucking hard the whole time about the conversation because I was irritated. And I can definitely say, like, he's become one of those people that, like, if I'm in one of them spaces where I'm like, all right, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm finna give up all this shit. Moses will be the first person to be like, bruh, cut your
relax.
Shit. Like, what's going on? Like,
relax.
And so, those, like, even with all of y'all, like, everybody that's a part of the team, not saying, like, I can tell when something is off with everybody. Like, it may not even be what you say. It may be how you respond. It may be like, especially for Pop Pop. Like, Pop Pop went MIA for too long. And I kept saying, I kept reaching out. I kept saying something. I'm like, no. Nah, the way he responding ain't sitting right in my spirit. Something ain't sitting right. And I'm like, nah, because he just keeps saying, I'm good. No, you not. Because the way you saying I'm good ain't sitting right with me. And I know you ain't good. So stop lying to me. And it will not sit right with me for a long period of time until I be like, mm-mm. And it ain't that I'm nosy. It just be like,
No, when you
something didn't sit right about that response.
No, when you care about people, when you tell and you have a relationship with people, you know when something is not right. Now you can keep telling me that you good,
but it don't. It's something in the
something in the
response
way that you said it to me, and you could even
it can
text
be the
it
way
back
you
to me,
said
and I'll be
it.
like,
It could be the lack of energy in the response. It be something, and I'll be like, no.
And you ain't even have to say a word. You could have just texted back, and I'd be like, and I'm like that one, like, no, this ain't. No, you lying.
This ain't you.
No, what's wrong with you?
No.
Tell me some don't.
No. It was so funny. Earlier, I was like, she was like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm decompressing. I'm window shopping. She was like, it's so funny because it went like this. She was like, oh, word? Yeah. Then it went, I was like, oh, okay.
No, we literally was about to get off the phone. I was like, oh, okay, well, go ahead and
I said, you all right?
decompress, window shop, do the thing, and I'll talk to you later.
No, I was like, oh, okay.
All right. He was like, you all right? And I was like, yep.
She was not all right.
She was not all right.
And I was about to go and get off the phone. And then we just he was like, no, for real. What's going on? And I was like, boy. And I went in and we got to laughing. And when I tell you, we got to chuckling. Like the laughs and the conversation was so needed. So again, thank you for that today. Ramita, I don't know. Ramita said, how Leo be tuned into so many people?
No clue.
I don't know, because I do the same thing with her. Ramita can be like, something can be going on with Ramita. I haven't talked to her. I ain't seen her. And then she will cross my mind. And the moment she crossed my mind, I'll be like, okay, let me call her. And most of the time, I don't even call her right then. I just be like, okay, what's today? Today, Tuesday. Okay, I'm going to pop up on her. So most of the time, I will pop up on her. And usually it's something that like she might be in a different mood or in a different headspace. And it's usually a quick fix. Or not a quick fix, but it's usually an easy fix. Because most of the time, like, she just be needing a hug, or she needs to just get some shit off her chest sometimes. So I don't know.
Ramita, you be on my mind too, Ramita.
Okay, same.
Yo, that just went kind of left. You be on my mind too.
And it is, Michelle. And that's a very healthy soul tie. I like to kind of bring it back into the conversation. That's a healthy soul tie. It's one that is, even though like we talk about it, like it's not something that's like happens often. It's a rarity actually to have those kind of soul ties where people are just literally like caring for you and loving on you in those kind of ways. But it's a beautiful thing when you do have people that are like that.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you have to cherish and nurture, because it's a blessing to even have, if you have one of those relationships in your life, where it's that type of connection where somebody knows where something's going on with you. You know what I mean? Because everybody not fortunate to have that. Especially it's important in these days and time where with so much mental health issues being brought to the forefront and people understanding mental health issues, and being able to have somebody that they can confide in and talk to is super, super important.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. Because we're not supposed to be alone. Like, we're all meant to have people in our lives that we can talk to, decompress with, kind of just let some shit out, and that can also give us a different perspective, and sometimes just to hear us or just to be there with us while we're going through, like you said, sometimes for me they just need a hug, and that's all somebody needs at a time. Like, I just need a hug. Sometimes somebody just needs a smile.
Sometimes they just need you to listen. They don't even want your motherfucking.
They don't even need, right? They
Just
don't
shut
need
up and listen.
They just want you to listen to them.
Yeah.
Just
Sometimes
listen.
people just need an ear. Sometimes people don't even need to talk. They just need another body present.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's super important right there, just to have another body there with you. Just
okay.
Skin to skin, body to body, you know, no talking nothing,
Sir,
just
relax.
connection.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Relax.
That's another part.
What?
Because always to the left, always.
Right. It ain't no. It is
Yeah,
no
body to body. I was like, what?
That's what I'm like. Wait, no, that's not
How
what I
did
was
we
talking
get
about.
here?
Having somebody present sometimes, like having somebody present sometimes will help you get shit done that you really need to get done. Like, I don't have to talk to you. You don't have to talk to me. But having somebody present sometimes will help you to, like, okay, let me get all this stuff done. Like, I saw a video on, I think it was on TikTok or Instagram, and a girl was talking about how her friend deals with depression and anxiety, and so sometimes her house gets out of control. So she comes over and just sits there. Like, she might bring her stuff to do or her work while her friend is cleaning. And her friend just needs another body or someone present in order to do her things. Otherwise, she'll get distracted. She'll get, off the goal. And the goal is to get the house clean, but she'll get off into other things. And I think she might have ADHD or something. But she will get a lot more done if there's another body present, simply because it's more of like an accountability kind of thing.
And it just recently happened to me. My best friend, he came and rocked out with me for like a week, and it was like we wasn't in each other's face all the time, but like he'd be in the living room working on some art, chilling on his phone, doing something. I'd be in my room doing something. It's just the fact to know that that person's in that same area. It was just and just to know that energy was there, like somebody that has that genuine love for you, that don't judge you, is just there. You know what I'm saying? Those type of moments are important and needed.
Right.
And I think a lot of time us as men don't even acknowledge the fact that we need those things.
Yeah, I can agree
most
to that.
Time we say, we a man.
Right.
Y'all try to be Superman.
Yeah, try to
deal with everything on your own.
No, get lonely too.
You know what I also find kind of I'm not gonna say it's weird, but I've definitely noticed this about some men, how they probably won't even confide in or embrace like maybe the woman or women around them, but they guys, they will. Yeah. It's like they need the camaraderie of maybe the having a man around them. And I used to be like, why? But as a woman, sometimes I want to just be around my girls because I understand what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. I'm just saying for certain things, not all things, but I just know like with my girls, they'll understand what I'm experiencing or dealing with. Like I used to have surgeries often because I struggle with endometriosis and fibroids and cysts and stuff like that. So at one point I went into a really deep depression because I was like, I'll never be able to have any kids. Like I went into this whole thing, and being around my friends or my female friends who have either struggled during pregnancy or have the same issue as me, it felt I felt more understood in that moment, as opposed to trying to talk to a guy who doesn't really get what I'm experiencing or what I'm feeling. And so their empathy isn't the same or their understanding isn't the same. So being around my girls was actually more soothing for me than being around like my guy or something at that point in my life.
Yeah, I definitely.
But that's what I meant by that.
Yeah, definitely that can be
Coach Coco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't it great when you have that when you have all three of them together in that one person that you find in the opposite sex, where you have the spiritual, the mental, and all those connections,
Oh,
and all
absolutely.
that can
Oh,
be
that's amazing.
that's a straight vibe.
That's always a plus.
That's the goal, honestly.
I mean,
That's
that's the
the
goal.
to get
Exactly.
somebody like
That's the
that.
goal.
Mm.
But
That's the
honestly,
goal, honestly.
Coach Coco,
What's up, baby?
when you were talking about the aspect of having your female friends around, do you think that it, like, just energetically, like sometimes you need it more, like in that time that you had an injury, or not an injury, but like you had an affliction to a major energetic portion of yourself that is,
Mm-hmm.
feminine energy based or whatever. So do you think that, like, just, I know sometimes we don't think that, like, it's like, oh, okay, well, I just want my girls, I want my girls, but you actually are craving that part of you that is, needs a little bit more comfort in that time. So I
Yeah,
think
absolutely.
energetically, it all circles back around. It's like, yeah, we want them good. I need a good sis when I ain't feeling good, because your good sis gonna come with that good energy. And it's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like, you got a loving and wonderful male mate that's a companion. Sometimes you do want to crawl up in his arms and be like, hold me, baby. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? But he
Mhm.
has to have, it's like you have to have that perfect balance of both. So it's like, give thanks for the masculine man that can hold you in those times too. You know what I'm saying? Hold
Absolutely.
you, like, just comfort you, and that good sis that's just gonna rub your shoulder, be like, girl, we got this.
Exactly. Exactly. No,
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. I think it's just wanting to have that type of feminine energy around in that space. It's not even just the good. It's just that feminine energy of somebody understanding where I'm at with it. And I used to think it was weird when guys did it. So this is why I was saying it, because I'm like, what you mean you want to be around your guys? But I'm like, now I get it, because I'm like, there's stuff happening with me where I feel like I just need this kind of energy around me. And if you're dealing with something that you feel like is more of a masculine thing, yeah, you need your guys around you, because they can relate a whole lot better in the space that you're in than possibly I can.
I
I
mean,
agree.
that could be a catch too. Not really, because example, when I was going through what I was going through, when I lost my when my ex-wife lost our baby, none of my friends knew like, not everybody was like, yo, be strong.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not the most annoying thing to tell somebody going through something,
Man.
be
All right.
strong. Like, I think I got more comfort from females.
I think in a male's incidents, a lot of time women are more empathetic to the stuff that we go through
Yeah,
than our male
I'm not gonna lie to you.
counterparts.
I got
Unless
more.
it's like a genuine male friend. And like I said, you really don't get a lot of those in your life. You get a lot of male associates, but to have that empathetic male friend is very hard to come by. You're lucky if you do get that person in your life.
Facts.
So I think that's a little different in the male and female spectrum. You
Yeah,
know,
facts. Like,
Let me ask you guys something. So I know that, we're not here to point fingers or place blame or anything like that, but do you think that men don't provide empathy because they don't know how to, or do you think it's just like we've been hyper masculinized as a culture? Because I
I
think
think,
it's the
and I,
same.
yeah, I think, and I think it's a generational thing. Like I think a lot of the generations now are a little less hyper masculine, where they're more in tune with each other as men and as young men, and more friends and more empathetic in certain
And
areas. To
able
where
to show
our, gen-
emotion a lot
our
more too.
generation, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh man, I got something wrong with my ball. Man, my man ain't gonna come over and talk to me about how my ball's supposed to feel better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got that
Why
conversation.
though?
I
Yeah.
mean,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
different
We're not
than,
empathetic
like,
like that. We'll be like,
I mean,
he
like,
may
I'm
have,
not gonna lie.
he may have
you're
had
gonna
his
be all right.
prostate
That
check.
one
He may
ball
have
you
had
got
his
is real
prostate check
strong.
No, that's the
before.
funny thing.
Right. So y'all should be having that
No,
conversation
like,
now, because don't
I
come
started
talking
when
to
I
me
started
because I
having
don't know what
prostate
But
that's
check.
man,
like.
but like in my generation, we not empathetic like that. We're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be all right. You know, all right, you're gonna be all right.
But like,
But like, let's
but,
say,
How old
like
are
I
you?
noticed, I'll be 53 in about a week. But yeah, so that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. My
okay.
generation is different. Like I noticed the younger guys where it's coming around where people are more into mental health and all these type of things. Their friendships are a lot different than our friendships from my generation and that generation, to whereas they communicate a whole lot different. You know what I mean? Like they talk about more personal stuff and get more deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Like
You can't even say it. You can't even say depression. You can't even say sadness. You can't even say it.
I mean, we ain't really talking about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We cool. We like, you all right, bro? You gonna be all right, bro? Right? You all right? You gonna be all right? All right,
Y'all trifling.
And at that point, because at that point, that's the way that they were taught. They weren't taught to have a conversation like that.
Like Pop,
right.
Like I'm not.
So that's where the difference I think kind of going lies in being masculine and being. I'm saying that. Now, I mean, you might have some guys my age that might be more on the feminine side that can do that type of thing, but masculine men are not doing that thing. And I don't knock nobody for what they do, but it's just a difference. You know, it's a difference in the balance. It's a difference in the approach.
I hear what you're saying, and I understand that in your world, that's your truth. But true masculinity contains feminine energy as well. True masculinity does. So you really can't say, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I hate to speak in completes. You know, it's not like 100% masculine or 100%. I think that you can be masculine and learn how to articulate and communicate your emotions without you being sassy or whatever other decorative word we want to give to real emotions that people want. It's like, I want men to be men and women to be women and humans to be humans and others to be other, right? But I don't want people to be demonized for expressing their behaviors. A man not sassy because he opened the door for me. No, he's a man.
No.
Man.
That's a man.
Thank you, baby.
That's a man.
Because any real man's supposed to open the door for you and make you walk on the inside when y'all walking down the street.
He was just opening the door. He ain't hollering about the whole door.
He was just opening the door, being a man.
Opening the door, being
with those kind of things,
being polite.
Even with those kind of things, Kiki, I feel like a lot of women are out of touch with ourselves, out of touch with our femininity and understanding what femininity is and what it means to be in that. Because, like, why you don't want no man opening the door for you? Like, why you don't want that? Why is that deemed something negative?
Because it's lies. Because we're taught to be so independent and so can do it ourselves. And when we see someone naturally operating in their element, we think that they want something from us. It's like he don't want nothing but to hold the door. And yes, I'm beautiful. And yes, he fine, but he just want to open the door. He don't want to take me home. He just want to open the door.
He just want to open the door.
That's it.
And I think a lot of it is generational. I was just about to say,
because a lot of them would know, like a lot of men think in their mind, like my mama would whoop my ass if she know I didn't open this door. You know, because that's how the psyche works sometimes. Like, my mom would be mad as hell if I'm out here not opening the door. Like, I had a guy
opening the door. You're not walking on the outside of me. You know what I'm saying?
In my trunk. He put my water in my trunk for me, and I'm like, "Thank you, sweetheart." He like, "You welcome." He like, "Yeah, I saw you trying to get all them bags and stuff. I'd rather just help you with the water than for you to be struggling with it." Appreciate it, young man. Have an amazing day. And he went on about his business. I didn't think that man was sassy or he wanted nothing. He was walking out the store behind me. He saw that big ass. I went in Big Lots and got my water, Kiki. And I had them big ass jugs of water. And I was ready to carry the case to the car. He like, "Nah, I got it. You know, come on." But I think a lot of times we take those kind of moments of kindness. You know what I'm saying? We take them for granted because it ain't a lot of them happening. It's not a lot of people who give a fuck or see somebody in need and take action. A lot of people see people in need and be like, "Oh, okay, well, that ain't my business."
Walking. You also got to think about it on the grounds of that some people are never taught that you don't do better because you don't know better. Because if your mother never taught you that, hey, let the man open up the door and stop thinking that he wants something from you. Let the man, if he walked up to you and say, "Hey, can I carry that for you?" He's not asking you for anything. He genuinely just wants to carry this for you. But you were taught, no, you got to be the strong, the independent. I, and no. For me, it's not the I, because I need some he, and all
him.
like him.
Okay.
And him.
And he and all
Him.
Him and
I need
his.
to
Okay.
stop telling people like I don't need a man to do
All
nothing.
of it.
How you
You
doing,
alive.
sir?
You do.
Mr.
What?
Right. You absolutely need a man. Stop telling that lie. I don't need a man. You alive. You alive. You alive.
Just let her let her think not. We out the way. We just don't stand in line.
Wait a minute, you breaking up a little bit.
You breaking up.
You breaking up a little bit.
You breaking up, Kiki.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, you good.
Well, you good?
Oh, she froze.
She froze. Now she froze.
She froze.
Okay, now she back. Now you back.
Okay. But
Just be quiet.
now you good. You were just freezing, boo. But let me tell y'all this. If you are tuned in, if you are watching on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. If you are watching from YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And then if you're watching from YouTube, go down a little bit. You will see that little share arrow. Go on and hit that arrow and share it to everybody that you can so they can tune in. Run it up for us tonight, y'all.
For sure.
So
if you watching on Pornhub, be covering when you hit the X.
It's not on Pornhub.
Make sure you got your peoples tuned in, okay? And make sure y'all are following us on all of the podcast streaming platforms. Check us out. iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, Pandora. We are everywhere that you want to be and everywhere that you want to listen to your podcast. So go on over there and check us out, okay? We gonna take a pause for the call. We're gonna come back to this conversation real quick. We're going to take a moment to get our little PGC World Roundup news from none other than the one and only Auntie A-Love.
Oh. I was in here dancing, y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I don't have a lot to talk about because the internet has been a buzz. It has been a buzz all day about the slippery, sloping, slicky nigga Diddy. Okay. And I have been trying to read everything or try to figure, but I just don't have the energy. I really don't. It's a crazy situation going on. I don't know what to think. I have my theories. I have my own take on it, but I want to see what y'all take is. What is y'all take on what's happening right now with the Diddy thing? Do y'all think that all of this stuff that he is doing is, or that they're accusing him of doing? Because honestly, they have no, so far from what I know, they have no physical evidence. Thank you. They have no physical evidence about anything that they're accusing him of other than 1,000 bottles of lube. And
1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil.
Because I'm confused. I'm like, okay, so maybe the nigga was about to do a
take that.
My assumption is the man was about to do a slippery slide thing. Because at this point, where do you
Johnson and Johnson, and they dropped some off for him.
He has several houses. Like everybody act like they never shopped at Costco or Sam's Club before and got boxes of stuff. For whatever reason, he got all that. I don't know. Somebody needs to let us know. Maybe he was planning to do a party.
Ain't none of us went to Costco or Sam's Club and bought 200 bottles.
And bought no 1,000 fucking bottles.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I mean, you might be asking, damn, right?
Look,
he got 15 houses.
But they do not sell it in 200 bottle cases. No,
listen,
he ain't got none of that.
15 houses and several children. That's all.
He's dark skinned.
You don't need that much baby oil alive.
But at the end of the day, regardless of why he got baby oil, he could have been, let me tell you something. It's people out in
got some ashy ass elbows.
It's people out here right now that has stocked up Do you understand? I got family members who have an entire store in their garage and in their basement full of stuff. Like,
I bet you don't. Now one of them got more than 20 bottles of baby oil.
They probably don't. They probably only got about 15.
Period.
You know
That's
what
why I'm like,
they
girl,
probably got
what
about
are
15.
you talking about?
But at the end of the day, whatever the case may be, I would love for them to at least have substantial evidence other than giving us this weird bullshit, because I don't know what none of that means. He got lube and he got baby oil. So that mean what?
Well,
what does that mean?
Things that I did
The great words of Diddy.
Take
every
that
breath you take, every move you make.
One of the things that I did hear in regards to that was that that they have a RICO case. So RICO means that
you have a RICO case on him.
Yeah, so that means it's more people who are going to be able to say. And they also are doing more arrests. So I did hear that as well, that they are arresting more people too.
That's why I wanted everybody else's opinion,
information.
That's the furthest that I got. That's all been the tagline. That's what everybody's been talking about. Outside of that, I want to say rest in peace to all of these artists that have passed away these past 2 weeks. I don't know if they throwing a party up there in heaven, but it's been a lot of unfortunate. Well, it's been a lot of deaths within these last few weeks. I want to say 5, 6 within the last 2 weeks. That's been just like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, that got to be overwhelming for a lot of people. So, well, while we sitting over here talking about soul ties, I want to say that I also believe that sometimes we have soul ties with people who don't even have any connection with us, and sometimes that soul ties is through like music. So I know, like for me, there are certain artists that mean the world to me, and if something was to happen to them, it would literally devastate me, because their music inspired me or helped me through a difficult time in my life, right, or just made me happy. So
I know a lot of y'all would be upset if Juvenile died right now.
Wow.
Juvenile.
Juvenile.
If something was to happen to Juvenile,
all these
mamas and grandmamas would be so hurt out here.
Yeah, you're right.
Not the mamas and the grandmamas.
Look at Leah.
As soon as they in there, back that thing up.
Why do you over here flicker her hair?
Oh Lord! No. Oh Jesus!
Oh, because my hair.
That's my news.
No.
That's my news.
Sending love to the family of Frankie Beverly and Maze. Frankie Beverly, not Maze. To the family of Frankie Beverly, to the family of James Earl Jones, to the family of Tito Jackson.
Not Tito. Tito too?
Yeah, Tito passed away yesterday.
Tito just happened yesterday.
Oh no, there's nobody tell him about Tito.
James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly.
It
was somebody else.
Rich Homie Quan, Fat Man Scoop.
Man, do y'all know how many people are so touched by this Frankie Beverly thing?
Did you see the thing that they did in New Orleans?
He was so in touch with himself. He went on that last tour like he knew what was going on in his life.
He said it though. He said,
Pop-Up, look, my daughter said it to me. She was like, "Mom, this for real." He has said it so many times, but this go round, this gonna be the end. And his last show was in Chicago. She was like, "Mom, he not gonna do this again. He not gonna make it past. Once he do this, it's gonna be the end of it."
It's a whiteout on Friday. Just if y'all didn't know,
it's a whiteout on Friday.
Okay, I make sure I put my white drawers on.
I love this is what I love about Black culture. Like, this is what make us so cool as a people. Like, we just gonna come together and celebrate. Like, I like that about our culture. I love that about our people. Like, we really put on for our people sometimes. I love that.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
He gonna be.
I was just real proud to be part of y'all.
He gonna be in families forever. That song is gonna play at barbecues, weddings.
Listen,
forever.
My favorite. I literally cried when I heard it on the radio because
whoa, hey.
Because not even that song. Just the thought of Frankie Beverly, because so many of his songs brought back so many memories of my mom. My mama loved her some Frankie Beverly. And so when I heard the news, like I was in the car, I'm working, I'm driving this lady, and I was like, oh my God. And she was like, oh my God, not Frankie Beverly. And I'm like, girl, right. So we had a whole conversation. And the whole time I'm up there, you know how your throat, like when you get ready, when you're trying to keep from crying. And I was up there like, girl, yo,
you're right.
I know, right? And so I'm having this whole conversation, but I was so in my feelings because my mama loved Frankie Beverly. It was one of those that you can't. Certain songs took me to like real memories. Like I was there when I heard certain songs. So they were playing that shit all day. I was like, oh no, I got to cut this off because y'all want me to go home and lay in the floor. Okay.
No, look, I had a whole meltdown because that was for you to get just a few albums from him and hear the same thing. That was my dad. The whole situation with my dad with the salt and pepper beard and all. I had a whole freaking meltdown. My mama called me. She was like, "You not all right?" And I can't talk to you right now. This conversation later because I am not okay right now. I felt like I was going through the whole thing with my dad all over again. I'm like, no, man, I can't. We can't have a conversation. No, I can't talk about this right now.
Have you thought about the fact that, and this is just bringing everything, your mother still loves Frankie Beverly. Your mother still
loves baby, listen. That's why you just said
but it was just a passing over. It was from realm to realm, so we lost on this side, but your mom gained, so your mama probably up there hanging up.
My mama them up there party.
Right, they up there kicking it.
You know your mama
probably up there trying to get him party.
And got on her white with her hat, okay?
You know your mama at that party.
I got to see
trying to give him some
at the Black Expo a couple of years ago. And it was okay, you talking about the uncles was out. Baby. I'm with my homegirl Clarice. Thank you for inviting me, baby, because I would have like been devastated had I not ever been able to see Frankie Beverly. But baby, when I tell you they had all the uncles out in their white at the Black Expo. It was
I love a handsome black man in white.
In white?
Girl, ain't not like a black man in white. But they be so clean.
Hi.
Oh, hold on. The side boob action. You be like, what you say, Unc? What you say?
Right. Because hi, Betty.
You ain't gotta show no cleavage. You ain't gotta show nothing.
You ain't gotta show nothing.
Unc be like, is that you poking out the side? You poking out the side.
But the whole all white thing, like New Orleans, showed out. And I absolutely love that about us. I love the display of all the stuff that I've been able to see on social media in regards to Frankie Beverly. But the one thing that I do hate, and I'm going to truly, truly say this, is that I do hate how we end up finding out all of this information about certain people once they pass on. Not Frankie Beverly, but like if we didn't know, don't bring the shit out after they done passed. Like that's the wrong time. We don't know, like then leave it. Like sometimes we can't wait for people to pass on so we can tell the shit that they did when they
right.
Just let it go ahead. They passed away. Let it go on with them, and we don't need no. We didn't know it before. Leave it alone, and stop telling these folks business. You wouldn't tell it when they was here, and now you want to tell it.
We didn't ask for all that.
We didn't ask for all of that.
My auntie dropped dead last Monday. My auntie dropped dead last Monday, baby. I got so many new family members. I said that boy ain't related to me. Listen, it's people all in our family we ain't know nothing about. They telling all auntie business. I said, ooh, she is not resting peacefully. We got cousins, all kind of stuff. They telling all her business. Her ex-husband had left her some money, but got tied up. The money got tied up, so she still can't even touch the money because she in some kind of court. Oh, it's all kind of business. I see
Messy.
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 I just be sitting on the side, just looking. I be listening. I be like,
Yeah.
Messy. You know what's crazy? Okay, so I know we talking about the deaths and everything. I had one more thing I want to throw in the news, and I'm gonna just throw it in, and I'm coming out of
Okay,
there.
then we through. Then we go. After she finished with the news, I'm gonna give y'all the F word. I'm gonna get an F word a little early today to kind of go right behind with what Ayla talking about. So go ahead, boo.
Okay, so the very last thing I want to talk about. Now, I don't know if anybody watches the Shits and Giggles podcast or whatever with the two guys from the UK. It's been a big thing all over TikTok, especially. I haven't seen a lot on Instagram, and I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about it on Facebook, but specifically TikTok. So it's this viral video going around with them sitting down with a white comedian. The white comedian was bashing the shit out of black women, like bashing. You hear me? And they're sitting there, ha ha, he he ha ha. And predominantly their audience is black women. Because they are two very handsome men, very well spoken. They're silly, they're funny. But there's a lot of women who are, or a lot of people that they're losing as far as followers and stuff based off of that. Specifically due to the fact that they did not check that white man in that space where he was saying, they were talking about the black wife effect. And he was like, well, I don't think that's it. I think they just scared because, they over there nagging, tapping their head, hitting their bonnets. Like when I say this, I only looked at some of it because I just saw the snippet of it. And I said, I can't watch this anymore. See these black men just sitting here like, ha, 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 he, like it. Nah. So they lost a lot of followers. They lost a lot of it's been a lot happening. And I hate that for those black men, but at the same time, I think it is important for us to see black men show up for us. And a lot of times black men will get in these spaces and they just do not show up for us. And I'm not saying all, because you guys, y'all show up for us all the time. So I can't even say y'all check us, get us in our spaces, but y'all also will show up for us. But these black men did not, and they have the platform to do so. And so that's been like another major thing. So I'm just leaving y'all with, if y'all want us to, y'all always say that we need to give each other flowers. Black men, start standing up for your black women. Do not let other races sit there in a space and disrespect us, because black women are your mothers, your sisters, your grandmothers, and it's really hard for me to really witness black men just sit there and laugh while this white man is just a bashing and talking crazy away.
Okay,
and that's my take.
Let me play devil's advocate here. So, first of all, the space was a comedic space, correct?
Correct.
It was in a comedic space. Did
Correct.
he say bitches, hoes, or anything of that nature?
I can't remember because I told you I didn't watch the whole thing.
So he was coming from, I think it was from a comedic space. So that's why it was supposed to be
This
funny.
isn't the first time.
I think people take comedy and get too sensitive about it when you're just supposed to laugh. Like, you can't laugh at yourself. It's a funny space. They're probably it's probably a comedy show.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch
it. It wasn't a comedy
show. Stance. So if Gary Owens was saying it, it would be funny. If Gary Owens was saying it, it would be funny. Maybe people would get it and be funny. But if it's a white man that's a comedian that you don't know about, you know what I'm saying?
No,
was he saying
I know
anything,
this comedian.
Was he saying anything like detrimental to the woman? You know what I'm saying? Was he saying anything that was dishonest and not funny?
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Because y'all do be out here like this.
Cause sis, I'm just trying to keep it real. Like,
I agree. I've seen a few of his stand-ups, and some of the stuff do be funny. I think the reason why it was so, now, like I said, I didn't see all of it, but I think the reason why it was so cringeworthy was the fact that this isn't the first time where he's been in a platform, because it wasn't a comedic setting. It was basically a podcast. That's pretty much it was a podcast setting, not a comedic setting. And
podcast run by comedians.
Okay,
They're
well,
not
okay,
comedians.
but they're not comedians. He is.
But that he's a comedian, y'all.
That's
I
his
get
job. That's what he
that.
He at
does.
work. He at
I
so
get
so
Right.
that.
so,
That's
I
right. The
aspire to be a
comedians
comedian, right?
Uh-huh.
I aspire to be a comedian. So I hang out at comedy clubs, and it's a newer thing. Shit be off like nothing is off limits.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? In comedy, because it's a form of entertainment. Because we've let so many people in the door, we can't decide when we want to make that line black and when we want to make it white. Drake been niggaing us to death. We ain't stopping nobody else, so they feel it's okay. We've sent a very poor message as a culture. So everybody's under attack. You get what I'm saying? In the real world, but this is still comedy, sis. And we do. I don't do it, but you didn't see the shit. That shit real. It's a fucking
I see it all the time. Especially if I just got my hair braided, I'm not doing one of these. I'm definitely doing one of these. I'm not knocking him or his comedy stance. I think it was something else that was said that was really cringe. And I think that it was also their stance that they took as well that became an issue.
I think when you get a
because
chance,
when they responded, they just when they responded, they just kind of like was like, all right, well, we sorry, we let the culture down or the community down or whatever. And I think that was it. So I think it was that, and then I think it was their response, and then they made it seem like they were upset that they should have never done it. It was just a whole bunch of mess. I'm just saying to just if you are ever in a space where you feel uncomfortable, because if that's what they're saying, they felt uncomfortable, but they kept the end and was laughing and blah 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 blah. If you ever get in a space where you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to walk away. You ain't got it, because now they got all this backlash. And if they would have doubled down and been like, he a comedian, it was a good time, he said some shit, it was funny.
That's probably where they messed up at, because
you know what I'm saying? That's where they messed up at.
They didn't know how to.
They doubled down
they
on
felt
it.
like they did something wrong.
They felt like they did something wrong.
But I feel like the way she's describing the story, they probably felt like they just apologizing just to save face.
Exactly, they apologized to save. But
that's what they messed up at.
But they, in their minds, they probably don't think they did nothing wrong. We brought a comedian on the show, y'all.
They didn't bring a comedian on the show. They were on his show.
Well, it was so we should probably look at it together. You know what I'm saying? So we all should just look at it when we get off the show another time or whatever. Y'all say,
yeah.
Like we should look at it so that we all could have, because perspective is through the eyes of the seer. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. We hearing the picture that you painted. You know what I'm saying? We could go back and forth with it all day like ground ball, but Dave Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle talks about everybody. Leo, you on mute? I can't hear you.
85 South Show. They talk about everybody. You talk about
somebody. Man, they're going on everybody.
I think that a big part of it, when it comes down to the audience or the people of Shits and Giggles, is kind of they've built this audience on how they praise Black women or how they talk, you know what I'm saying, and have these conversations about. But then and also I get it that he may be a comedian, he may be, you know what I'm saying, but in certain settings, or when you're in a setting, like if Mouth was sitting up here saying some reckless shit about Black women, to me, I'd be like, bro, no, we're not gonna do that. And or vice versa, if somebody was saying some reckless shit about Black men to me, then I'm gonna have to check it to an extent, depending on the setting. But
maybe I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I would say I'm
the baby kid, but I'm like, it's called for shits and giggles. I'm like, it's for shits and giggles.
Yeah, but the shits and giggles is their show. It's their show. They were on his show. But what we ain't gonna drag it out.
Yeah, I'm like, it's for
everybody gonna have their own opinion. But I'm gonna say, if it was Kevin Hart talking about white women, everybody just laugh. Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with that. I think it was just the whole, like I said, at the end of the day, I think it was the double down. Had they would have just stayed in their stuff and been like, it was funny to us, he's a comedian and we find him hilarious and we didn't think that he said anything wrong, and would have said like all of those points. They literally was like, no, we sorry. It was one of those. So and you can
then I don't know what everything you said too. Now
you haven't seen the whole thing, and you could tell that the apology wasn't sincere. It was one of those to be like, all right, let's do this so y'all can shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Auntie Ayla, for the PGC World Roundup news. We got
I got some shit I ain't heard about.
So I said I was gonna give y'all the F word a little early, and I am. So here we go.
Show you love, black girl. They throw you shade, don't want your light to shine, but you're calling it to be strong. If you're falling, I'm here to.
All right. So the F word for tonight, we talked about Frankie Beverly, and I want to give y'all a little bit of word of inspiration. I said I was gonna come with some of the fall fashion things, but I'll bring that back next week. I wanted to give y'all a little word of encouragement because when I heard some of the information about Frankie Beverly, it literally, my jaw dropped and hit the floor. So one of the things that I heard about Frankie Beverly is that in all of this time that they have done music, in all of the time that Frankie Beverly has done music, they have never received an award until like 2010, I think they said. They had never received awards from prior to 2010. I don't even know when Frankie Beverly started their music, but they never had a Grammy or none of the other forms of music awards, okay?
Wow.
In all of the time, we have all of this amazing work and music and legacy and memories built from what they've done. And yet they have no accolades for it. Okay? Y'all following me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So my message to y'all is to do the work, regardless of the accolades. Do what you love. Get out here and push and give and show up with your whole ass and not your half ass, because that's what Frankie Beverly did. They literally showed up with their whole ass every time, did concerts without a fucking accolade, without any outside validation, no type of nothing from nobody. But they did their shit. They popped their shit no matter who was giving them praise or accolades or outside validation. They did their shit. And when I say that hit home on so many different levels for me, because we've been doing our shit for 4 fucking years. PGC has been doing their shit. Over 200 some shows with both shows combined. We have been doing our shit. All of y'all out there who are entrepreneurs doing your shit, showing up, creating, all of the things. You may not ever get a fucking award from nobody else, but leave the impression, leave the memories, leave the work, leave you here. Because when you gone and you ain't did none of the fucking work because you got tired of doing the work, waiting for from somebody else, then who are you doing the fucking work for? Are you doing it to be able to get the praise, or are you doing it because it's part of your purpose, because it's your passion, because it's part of your path? Do the fucking work no matter what. At the end of the day, you may not never get a thank you. You may not ever get somebody to say, oh my God, you do an amazing job. You might not ever get your flowers. And I know sometimes that shit might hurt, like on some for real shit. Not getting your flowers may hurt. Not getting the appreciation or the recognition that you deserve may hurt. But that does not take away from the lives that you changed. It does not take away from the people you've impacted. It does not take away from the legacy that you've built. You have built a legacy regardless of if you see it or not, because you are doing the fucking work. You are laying the foundation. You are building the building. So keep building, keep growing, keep doing. And sometimes when you least expect it, you will get some accolades, some flowers, some praise, because eventually they did. But if they would have kept waiting in the wings, waiting on somebody else to give them the accolades, then they probably wouldn't have gotten them. So, and we wouldn't have all these great memories of their music either. So, keep doing your shit. Keep popping your shit. Keep getting out here and doing all the things that make your heart happy, whether or not it makes somebody else happy. We are not here to live a life to make others happy, but we are supposed to impact lives by the way we live, not just because we want to impact somebody else. We're supposed to live a life that is full and complete. And so when we leave, that we die empty. So in the words of the homie Les Brown, live full and die empty. And that's exactly what Frankie Beverly did. He did it without applause or accolades or awards from nobody else. He lived a full life. He walked the path that he was supposed to walk, and I'm pretty sure if nobody else came along, he was still gonna sing Happy Feelings. He was gonna sing his shit. He was gonna show up to leave a mark on the world, and that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. Yep. So do exactly that. Leave your fucking mark on the world. All right?
All right.
That's your F word for the night. I love y'all.
I love that.
That was super inspirational. Like, I'm glad you said that, because that helped me out, because I was just about to stop giving up on my dream of becoming a top
Now, we not for your shit right now.
As soon as he started talking, I put my hand
because I went in the store. And then had bought all the baby oil, so I was about to give up on my career.
He started talking with a straight face, and you know he finna go way over.
Yeah, like you know it's finna go left. That's why I'm like, nah, bro. No, we ain't for your shit right now. But I'm glad y'all got that. That's what we needed, y'all. I needed y'all to have that tonight, cause
that's beautiful.
That was absolutely like that resonated with me in so many motherfucking ways that I had to change up how I was operating for myself.
You was feeling it because you got all Indiana on us. I can hear it in your voice.
It's never ending. It's never ending.
What's that supposed to mean?
You fish-eyed fool.
I don't know what that means, but it was funny.
That Midwestern tone. When you get into something, your tone comes out. Like do your shit, yo.
What? That is not what I said.
Man. He said, do your shit.
I'm with
fucking
you on that.
resonated.
That's dope. I was listening to something earlier. It was a song earlier, and it was by my boy Duran. I absolutely love Duran Bernard. And it was called Here, Gone. And it's like here today, gone today. Because at any given moment, you don't know when it's your last moment. So make every moment count.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what you're saying, and what you, like in that perspective, when you think about it like that, like you don't know what tomorrow may bring. Make the impact today. Do the phone call today. Do it today.
Absolutely. Do it today. Okay. So, for those of you all who are just joining, if you have not, I need you to go ahead and hit that like, that share, and that follow button. All right. We had to take a pause for the calls and go into our segments, but we finna come back with part 2 of our conversation. We talking about soul ties tonight. Okay, we talking about soul ties. And if you don't know, now you know. This is what we on tonight. Y'all wondering why we talking about soul ties? Because it is Sexual Health Awareness Month. So we talking about soul ties, the spiritual bonds that shape our lives. Y'all know we had to go into the segments. Because those are important. We're trying to make sure we give y'all those little tidbits of information that impact your lives in a lot of different ways. And we got a couple people over here on Instagram. What's up, John Logic, Elephant King 81. Okay. Mommy of 231 and Ubiquitous Blacks. Hey, Lou.
Hey, y'all.
Shut up, Ayla. Elephant King. Okay. And then sorry, I didn't get off track.
Elephant, y'all might have got an Elephant King 81. That's a woman, ain't it?
I don't know. It looked like I can't tell.
You just like the name. I just like the name.
Hey, the name was like, oh, okay then.
Okay. That is a woman.
But we're talking about soul ties, and we started talking about emotional soul ties, and we talked about the type of soul ties. So, there are emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental. Okay. The physical are created through physical intimacy, especially during sexual experiences. These ties can be particularly strong and may continue to affect you long after the relationship has ended. Spiritual soul ties. These ties form on a deeper spiritual level, often created through shared spiritual or life-changing experiences. This type of bond can feel unbreakable and transcendent. Ooh, I like that. Mental soul ties develop through intellectual connections where two people stimulate and engage each other's minds. These ties can result in admiration, shared beliefs, or growth. Okay. And so one of the things that a lot of us are trying to figure out, like, of course there are negative soul ties, okay? Mm-hmm. And we'll dive deeper into those next week. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how to nurture the healthier soul ties, how to nurture ones that are fruitful, that create those spaces of growth and what did it say? Transcendent. Oh, the ones that feel unbreakable and transcendent. Okay. Yeah. So one way to nurture healthy soul ties is through open communication. Maintaining clear and honest communication with people. Okay. This strengthens trust and deepens your connection. Like we talked about earlier, just having those open, honest conversations. And I did find something on Facebook that I'm going to share in a little while. But shared experiences. Continue building positive shared experiences, such as spending quality time together, supporting each other's growth, and creating lasting memories. That's what we are doing here with the Fat Girl Chronicles. We're creating bonds, connections, growth, all those kind of things. So thank y'all for being on this journey. Thank you for sharing this experience with us. Okay. Respect each other's independence. While healthy soul ties involve closeness, it's crucial to respect each other's individuality. Encouraging personal growth and respecting boundaries keeps the bond strong and balanced. And express gratitude. Regularly express your appreciation for the person and the relationship. This gratitude reinforces the positive aspects of the bond. And that's what Kiki and I just experienced earlier. Like, we were expressing gratitude to each other. And one of the things that we are always mindful of in our friendship and relationship is that we don't have to talk all the time. Mm-hmm. And even when, like, even she might send me a message, I might send her a message, and life get busy, and we both know that life gets busy, but we don't ever take it for granted. We don't ever take it personally, but then we will always be grateful for the grace and space that we receive from each other, because we know life gets busy, things get to happening. And so, but those are just a few ways to nurture healthy soul ties. Okay. Because you got to be honest with yourself. If you are not able to maintain a healthy relationship or a healthy connection with people, then those are some things that you might need to go lay on the couch and talk to the lady about. Okay. Okay. But the other part of that is we have to know also how to set healthy boundaries, because we can have amazing soul ties and great and healthy soul ties, we can nurture them, but we also have to have healthy boundaries in the connections and relationships that we're building. So one way to set healthy boundaries is identify your limits. Reflect on what you feel what makes you feel comfortable and safe, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual. Knowing your limits is essential for setting boundaries. And one of the things that I saw earlier today on Facebook was about that, exactly that, setting boundaries. So let me pull it up real quick so I can read it to you. And this it was really dope. It was really, really dope. The way that the young lady was able to express herself. I'm sorry, I was trying to do two things at once. So it says, yesterday I unknowingly crossed the boundary with one of my friends. She explained to me how what I said made her feel, and she also took accountability for never making that boundary known to me. She then gave me space to process what she was saying and apologize. She said that no apology was necessary because I simply didn't know about this boundary. I thanked her for trusting me enough to share something so personal with me and for also knowing that I would never offend her purposely. She thanked me for allowing her space to express herself, and then we went and got a drink. I'm sharing this story because everything doesn't need to be a fallout. Clear, direct, and effective communication is really all that you need. Mm-hmm. So sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes we cross boundaries unknowingly. And when you do, and your person is able to express that this is where they are, or this is the boundary that you've crossed, or this is what happened in this friendship or in this relationship, then there could be a course of action taken. So have y'all ever experienced that kind of situation where you crossed the boundary and you didn't know that you crossed the boundary with somebody and they were able to express it to you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was able to do that a few times before, where I was probably expressing how I felt about something as well, and then the response was, well, X, Y, and Z, and this is why I pulled back because of, and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't know, and they're like, well, yeah, that's an issue for me. Okay, well, what can I do to correct it? Like, what can I do to like make sure that I don't do this again? Or, sometimes I just like, okay, well, I handled that poorly. So what's a better way to handle it? Because I'm triggered by something else and you having this issue with whatever you're having an issue with that I don't know anything about. So I've definitely had that happen a few times.
I think more for me, I am still, how do I say that? I am still finding my tribe. I'll put it that way. I am still finding my tribe when it comes to friendships and the open, honest communication where we can say this is a boundary that you crossed, or healthy communication. At this place in my life, I've had enough, more than my fair share of relationships where there was not a lot of healthy communication, where there was not a lot of, oh, this is a boundary that you cross, or not even having the willingness to take accountability. Some people weren't. And so even if the other party didn't and the space wasn't there for me to say, oh, okay, I take accountability for that. There are a lot of spaces or relationships that I have been a part of that at this phase in my life, I don't want those kind of relationships anymore. I need healthy relationships. I need flourishing female friendships. I need flourishing relationships all the way around, not just female relationships, but female relationships, but also relationships all the way around, simply because it makes a world of difference to have the clear, concise communication, healthy communication, so that way you know how to navigate with the people in your life that you love. And I recently decided, like, I got enough acquaintances. I don't want just acquaintances anymore. I need to fully know the people that I value in my life and that I put time and energy into.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I need more of those friendships. It don't mean that we got to talk more, that we have to like do more things, but it literally means like I want to know these people more intimately, not intimately, because I
Right.
felt like Mouth was gonna go left with that. So I had to correct that.
He was actually sitting over there being quiet for a minute.
I feel like he was waiting in the wings for his
He
opportunity.
was over there being quiet for a minute.
I was letting you have your moment.
Yeah, but just to be able to have more intimate next level type of friendships and connections, because I don't want the base level shit no more. Like, I know those are relationships that I'm still going to have, but the ones that I value and the ones that I find to be of value, then I want to be able to nurture those more.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. The healthy soul tie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is there what are identifiers for those types of relationships though? To make you say
clear
that
communication,
this is
like people that communicate, like that's one of the first and foremost things.
So this would be these would just be with people that come to you and y'all create a bond, but they already have those tools already.
They might not already have it. Go ahead, Kiki.
I'm sorry. Or they desire to develop those tools.
Yeah, that's all about it. Yeah.
You have to be teachable. You have to be teachable to exist in this world. I have a dating process. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have a process that I hold myself accountable. There are tools involved that help with communication so that you have an understanding. A lot of guys aren't into all of the things like that. They don't want to think. They don't want to figure things out. And that's okay. I get it. That's not for you. This isn't for you. This process doesn't work for you, but it's my tool so that I can assess to see if there's compatibility here. So we can identify we have compatibility out the gate. We don't find ourselves, you being frustrated with me because I'm obsessively clean and you're obsessively junky, and we just don't match. Like, we can communicate these things early on with a system and a process. You get what I'm saying? And just be like, you know what? We got about 10 red flags over here, or 10, stoplights or whatever. And we got only about 3 or 4, he good in bed, and, he make a lot of money, and he kind on the weekends most of the time. It's no balance there. And it's friendships. We find a friendship. Oh, girl, cool. She got some good energy. She this, she that. But you know what? I think I seen her throw a little powder. You have to decide what you do.
Because it's and like what you said, I listened to like the Tonight conversation with them, and one of the things that he said was likes got a lot of people fucked up.
Yeah,
because you like somebody, it got a lot of trips in. It's a lot. Likes got a lot of people fucked up. Just because you like somebody, but like you said, 2 years into it, now you saw all of these red flags and you stuck with it because you liked him or because you liked her.
Love
and you got 3 babies by this nigga because
love is not enough.
Liked him.
Love ain't even enough. Talk about a like.
You didn't love. It was all off of a like. See, a lot of likes got people fucked up because you stick into this. I like them. But you got to get past the like part. What's past the like?
Sis
I told somebody one time, I'm in my 50s. I don't even know the fuck this is. I just be going down the thing, just tapping the screen. I said, I don't give a fuck. I like every goddamn thing. I said, you talking about how I like somebody with a big booty. You know how many times I like the little doggy pictures either. So I was like, fuck, I like every goddamn thing. I'm trying to figure out what the hell the algorithm is. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Trip said,
He like, I just
I
wanna see
like
everything.
cheeseburgers,
Right.
but that don't
I
mean
like
I'm
that
supposed
card,
to
but I
have a
didn't buy it.
cheeseburger all the fucking
All the
time
time.
just because I like it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Because what?
That's such a good point.
I think
I mean,
oftentimes we pick and choose the people around us. Oftentimes people are picked or chosen based off how they make us feel when we're around them and with them. Right. So, I like the way this person makes me feel. I like that this person likes to kick it. I like that this person likes to do this, like this person likes to do that. But then ultimately we don't realize that we're creating these bonds with people that are, I guess you could call them like temporary. It's just a good time. Like I remember growing up, I had like 15 or so friends and we kicked it. It was 15 of us, all just thick as thieves, but not really. And now when I'm in my 30s, it's only out of that clique of the girls, it's only 2, 3 that I really even still deal with
That's what
or
I used to
mess
tell my
with.
daughter and my kids all the time. I was like, you're going to have a lot of people that you consider your friends. But as you
Mhm.
guys mature and get older, you'll find out that most people are associates. And you're lucky if you have 1 or 2 very true valued friends in your life.
Mhm.
it's levels
It's
to
real.
it's
It's
levels
levels
to
to
it.
it. It's levels to it, and you grow
Because
out
there
of
are
people.
some people who are meant to be in your life only for a season because
Mhm.
their assignment in your life is over, and so you gotta move on. Some people are here to be seasonal, and sometimes that season may be a couple of months, it may be a couple of years, but they are here for a season to
Mhm.
more than likely teach you something, or vice versa. You're supposed to teach them something,
Teach
they're
them
supposed to
something.
teach you something. And
Mhm.
then you got those friends that are lifetime friends. So, some things do happen in order for our personal development and growth to take place. And so, yeah, we got people in our lives that ain't always supposed to be forever. And
Mhm.
so, yeah,
And
like I said, I'm still finding
a
my
lot of
tribe.
times it's the ones that you just like are so certain that they will be. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like you just feel so sure about a person because you had so many profound life experiences. But it's like I love you in a different version of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I've evolved. Like I appreciate you. I honor you. I respect you for who you were to me during that season. But I'm not her anymore. So I
Exactly.
don't require that
Right.
type of support and assistance anymore. But I
And I like what
appreciate
she
you
said at the
dearly.
end. Yeah, I like what she said at the end of that thing that I read. She said everything doesn't have to be a fallout.
It does.
Because
It does not.
that's what
Yeah.
some
It does.
people get off on falling out with folk.
Yeah.
And damn, I
And
wish
they
I had that damn.
and they got
But
that quick thing. They got that quick thing to say, I cut them off. It's
I cut them
some
off.
people who
It's
just
yeah.
actually literally outgrow. Some people you can't. You're trying to do this, but they still here. So you
Mhm.
outgrew them. So now you got to move on. These people that you've been friends with. Oh my God.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like it today, I don't like it at all.
Oh
I don't like
man.
it.
Girl.
I
If I
cannot.
send you this,
I cannot. I cannot.
just know we fell out.
Just know we fell out.
What are we
Because
even
we
doing?
fell out, and now you mad. You pissed at everybody. It could have been like one of my friends. I actually literally have outgrown her, and we didn't fall out. She was like, "Niche, you doing something else, and you moving to a different level," and I respect that. And we have been friends for years, and I just had to say, "Hey, I love you, but I got to go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and let you do what you do. Ain't no hard feelings. I'm not mad at you. None of that." And she was like, Leash, you got to do what you got to do for you. I got you. Hey, I
But
support you.
see, that's where the healthy
For you.
communication and
Yeah.
conversations
That's
come in.
healthy.
And
Yep.
we had
Yeah,
that. And it
that's
was a
where that healthy
hard
shit comes in.
conversation to have. But I'm like, I got to
It's
go.
necessary.
I love you, but it's necessary for me.
Oh,
This ain't about
that's
you.
a
This
good
about
point.
me. And I got to move on. And hey,
I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right
I
now.
gotta go.
I
I ain't
gotta
gotta
go.
go.
Ain't that a
Hey,
song?
I got to go home, but I
Yeah.
got to.
Ain't
That's
that a
Trey
song?
song.
Out of
That's
here.
Trey
I
song.
got to go.
No, there's another one too. So besides Trey
But
Songz.
I gotta go right now.
Well, that's the one she
Right.
said.
Right.
But that was
Look,
a good point you just made. Even though it's a healthy relationship, don't mean that the conversation ain't gonna be hard.
Right.
Like
It's
it's
it
going
was
to
a
be some
hard
hard
conversation.
conversations, even in healthy
Mhm.
relationships. Like
Yep.
that's when they're even harder because it is healthy. I
Yep.
do know I can come to you and talk to you about these things and say these things and feel this way, and we're gonna have a great resolve. But damn it, I don't want to have this conversation
Right.
because it
I
might
don't even
end in us not having communication or being
Yep.
friends anymore. You know?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
It's hard in those healthy relationships
Or
and
not just
healthy
being
boundaries.
the
It's
friends
a
that you were
hard
once upon a
thing.
time.
You're not still being the same. And sometimes when you grow, some people you just gotta let go of. Ain't no hard feelings. I ain't mad at you. I just gotta go. I think
it's hard. I think it's hard for people to realize that we're not the same. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But as long as we can communicate about it and talk about it, hey, we can come to the table and figure out what's a common ground for both of us and try to be comfortable in that space where it's a common ground. But we're not going to agree about everything because we're all different people. Like,
different
you know what
people.
I'm saying?
And just like everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got their own opinion and okay, you feel that way, I feel that way. You don't like the cookies, I do like the cookies. Ain't no need for us to be mad at each other about these cookies.
About these
You like it from the right, I like it from the left. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Well, what
how did we get to this culture where everything is a bicker and an argument? We're
exactly. Everybody is offended.
Yeah,
and everybody is, and my whole thing, and I keep saying it all the time. Why is everybody so offended?
COVID, everybody got sensitive with COVID.
Like everybody is offended. You can't say not. Look, I tell people all the time, I'm not gonna tiptoe around your triggers. That don't got nothing to do with me. You got to take care of something with you.
You have to take care of your own triggers.
Certain stuff because it's gonna trigger you. No, come on.
So for sure, we can't dance around everyone's triggers. For sure. But when you're talking about in friendship, like, and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about in close friendship. I think emotional intelligence does require us to be aware of what our friends are going through. So when my friend, I'm sorry.
You just said the key word, emotional intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's all I can speak from. That's the point that I'm speaking from an emotionally intelligent perspective. You get what I'm saying? So my best friend had lost her kid's dad, right? And I am just a person that just talks so freely about this. I'd be like, yeah, this happened. And she would be triggered all the time when I would bring up anything about him. It wasn't intentional, but I did try my hardest to make accommodations for that woman because I love her. I love her. You get what I'm saying? That's my friend. And I don't want her to be triggered. And I understand that it's something that she's growing through. It was recently when I lost my grandmother. I was like, oh my God, this is how she felt every time. You know what I'm saying? So when you wear that backpack yourself, she was like, best friend.
It's a lot of the unknown, and part of it, a lot of it is the unknown that causes that ignorance of just not knowing at that time. Like for me, I always tell the story about how, once Facebook came around, I started seeing people talk about, oh, I'm celebrating my mother's death. It's been 10 years. Or they sad because, it's their mom's birthday. It's 10, 15 years later after the death. I was like, they ain't got over it yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Until it happens to you, and then you understand those things and be like, yo, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? Now I get why people celebrate it every year, went through these emotions every year. And until you go through it, a lot of times you really just don't get it.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's
but
that's where you say the emotional intelligence. That's a test of a true friend. If somebody can come to you and say, "Hey, this triggers me," and you respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for something that you don't know.
Yeah.
And even in a relationship setting, I think a lot of times people get real selfish in relationships, regardless of whether it's like platonic or if you're in a relationship with a person. And we have all these expectations of the things that we want. We want this from our person. We want that from our person. And not realizing that our person also has wants and needs as well. and them being able to say, hey, I need this, or when you do this, this triggers something, and then making the adjustment. A lot of times failed relationships are because people are not making the adjustment. Or having a conversation because of what their spouse is telling them that they need or that they want. A lot of times people are just like, well, you just it becomes one of those things where you want too much, you need too much. It's kind of like what Kiki was saying when she said she got her dating agenda. If you don't reach this agenda, then there is no point in us getting over to the next step. And that typically happens in a lot of relationships where people just end up getting together, and then now the work is starting to happen within the relationship. The work didn't happen before. The work happened within, and you have the willing participant and the non-willing participant. And it's like winging out all of that.
It's like two bulls running at each other at full speed.
Full speed, baby.
Because that shit ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
It's like Pepe Le Pew trying to catch that girl. She was trying to get out of there like
he couldn't get the squirt.
And he just trying to
get her.
She was out here.
You out here praying the Black Jesus. You out here saying the chakras. You got all his facial features on your wish list from God for a husband, and he don't even like you because you don't know nothing about him. Because you ain't had no process.
It's crazy. It is so crazy because one of the things too that I've recognized dating and stuff is that people will see your energy. They will be drawn to it. They will love every fucking thing about it and be like, oh my God, this is so beautiful, so inviting, so amazing, so wonderful. And then get with you and then be like,
they can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
Yeah, and then be like, wait, this you all the time?
Right, you like this always?
I felt she found
my love.
Ain't nothing but a pretty face and a wet pussy.
Like,
what?
Wait, what?
So you like this all the time?
I'm saying because sometimes I'm saying is when you do that off appearance thing and not really get to know a person or communicate and talk to them, you'll find out. You'll find out it's just. Or he just a sculptured body and a hard dick. He ain't nothing special. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing too much to it.
Maybe I should have said that so the ladies in the room, can understand what I'm saying.
You see, I said, well said.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying though. But no,
we understood now when I said it that way, y'all understood because when I said that way,
because we was confused.
No, because we got
all we heard was wet pussy and good.
Yes,
that's all we heard. That's all. We never heard the first part. All we heard was wet pussy, and I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what are we talking about?
All the ladies there, huh?
Like what?
How did we get there?
Right. I was like, that was
like, wait, what? But no, you're right. But
now we got it.
Is that
y'all have to stop
some people aren't able to
this being crazy. Like I am an intelligent black man as well.
So we know.
We know that. We know that.
Your intelligence. Your intelligence isn't our concern. Your ratchetness is our concern, not your intelligence. Two things can be true, sir. Right. We're the black women that know two things can be true. You're intelligent and ratchet. You're intelligent and ratchet.
We're going to the hood or we going to the corporate Christmas party. We can do both.
Listen,
right.
Both.
His intrusive thoughts win a lot. Okay, he don't even know how to cut the off. His intrusive thoughts be like slap a hoe. He be like, oh my bad.
I ain't that.
It was the mosquito on your shoulder.
But no, like I was just saying, like how people really do see your energy and are drawn to it, but then when they get with you, then they like, you like this all the time? Yes.
Or they become intimidated by it.
Or it's now they are on a mission to try to dim your light.
To suppress
and I'm witness that. I have seen that.
I have been a part of
to some of the most beautiful people, like not even just like physically beautiful, but spiritually beautiful, like energetically beautiful. And then it's like when you then get around them after so long, it's like, damn, girl, where your light at? Where it go?
Isn't that
love
just
on you. Let me
crazy?
do something.
She over there burning on 10 watts. She over there burning on 10 watts for James' ass. That's
Right.
why.
So
Burning on 10 watts.
James can feel
Look.
comfortable because James felt so uncomfortable.
I be thinking I'm weird because I want my woman to be on 10 on 1,000. Because when we walk in somewhere, I want somebody that make my light shine. Because they gonna look at me anyway. Because I'm 6'6", 300 pounds. They gonna look at me anyway. But I want somebody that's gonna look at me and be like, "Well, who the fuck is that with him? What he got?"
But who is
I want
that?
somebody to be like,
Exactly.
I want somebody to be like, "Hey D, how you doing?" I'll be like, "This is my girl."
Right.
I like everything.
Exactly.
I like. This is my girl. That answer all the questions right there.
But see, Papa, the problem is that
mutual gassing. Okay,
mutual gassing. I'm telling you how you
cannot handle the fact that
how good you smell and vice versa.
Take it as you got an amazing thing on your arm, bro. And most men, if a real man walk up to you, be like, "Bro, oh, you got it, nigga." If you don't stick your chest out and be like, "I do,
I know."
Right.
I'll be like, I know I'm about to take home and fuck the shit out of her right now.
Like that part, Pop.
He's just simply telling you, you got you a bad one, bruh. She hold a conversation. She do it all, and her energy is dope as hell. Some fellas just can't handle that.
Can't handle it.
They want you to dumb your stuff down so he can. Nah, we gonna look big together, collectively. Collectively, we gonna.
So I have a question.
Because that's also a part of being with somebody, and you go out, and you get all dressed up and dolled up, and then your person got on sweat like they look like they just got done working on the car.
No, you're not going with me.
What?
Why do y'all continue to stay with these men?
Sometimes it's a self-esteem issue.
It is. Sometimes it's
part of the shit I'm talking about ain't got shit to do with me.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just stating, like we're just
saying generally why do women stay with men like that? Because it's a self-esteem situation.
Sometimes it's a self-esteem issue.
Sometimes they don't know what to do.
It's trauma. Sometimes it is a abuse that they're not aware that they're experiencing at that time. And they want the validation or the attention from this particular person. That's the person that they feel like they love. So they endure certain things until the epiphany aha light come on. I know, like with me, my friends had to tell me, like, hey, you're not who you think you are when there's a totally different person when you're around him and then when you're around us. I never want to be two different people. I always want to be me no matter what. But they would say, you're different. But what I mean by that is, it's not a different like, oh, I'm in love and I'm blah, 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 blah. It's more or less the me that's always, girl, what up, is more like this. And it's because this person has said several times, you just doing too much. You too loud. You too this, you too that. So now that's embedded in my thought. And so when I'm around them, I was like, this. But then when they wasn't around, I'm like, this. And I was me. But when I was around them, I was not me. I was just a version of me that I felt like he could tolerate.
He could tolerate it and felt comfortable with.
And it felt comfortable. I didn't want him to be uncomfortable.
So why did you do it like
shine?
Yeah.
Because at that time I was insecure, and whatever it was that he was feeding me, because I spent more time with him than anybody else. That was the insecure in me that felt like, okay, well,
when they had some good dick, didn't it?
No.
What? Wait.
No. I don't know. Men have that concept that women get dickmatized. And the problem is that 87% of women don't even have orgasms with sex. So it's not dickmatism. Most of the time it's us pretty much allowing ourselves to be delusionized. It has nothing to do with your dick.
Oh.
Well, let me go on record and say that I'm with the 13%.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just the fact that you don't believe, you hear it, but you don't believe in you. Like
you're not believing in yourself.
You're not believing in you. It has nothing to do with an insecurity or nothing like that. You just not believing, like, hey, is this really me? Can I really be this person? Like, you don't believe in you. You're not seeing the light that everybody else sees.
Or
exactly.
You again didn't have a process to get to know this person, so you weren't
Right.
able to see that. You got close to this like.
It was that like.
Compatibility.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
niche.
That's that like. That's that like.
So
You was liking that nigga, and you decided, well, I'm just gonna like down here so he can be up here. That's that like.
Because
that like.
now also, I could flip that as well, Haitian boy Moses, because there's been men that I have known that have been with women who have dimmed their light as well, wanting them to not be as sociable, not as fun or whatever. Why you so loud? I've definitely seen women like that dimming men light. This is a universal thing. It doesn't matter who you're with. So then I guess the question would be, it might be the same thing but I don't know why men would do it, but I do know why most women do. I feel like for some men it might be the same thing.
I'm one of them. I had a couple of conversations, and people was like, "Yo, you weird."
Okay.
I was like, "What?" And
but I'm weird, but I matter. So
they was like, "You're weird," and then
but I matter.
The matter part did make sense, but
it didn't transcend with him at that time.
We don't like this weirdness. And they had the conversation with me. The funny thing about it is, I get it. It takes a couple of times before it registers in your head.
Yeah.
But when it finally registered to me and I stopped drinking that Kool-Aid, I was out of there.
It's okay to be weird. I'm weird as hell.
No.
The weird
I never experienced
that. The weird part was not. It was like I wasn't being who I was.
I get you.
Oh, okay.
So
got you.
For them, I'm weird.
Yeah.
So they was like, "Yo, you acting weird."
You're not being
my comments always they with the girl I'm with. They be like, "Yo, you deal with that all the time." They be like, "Oh, that's just how he is." Because I'm gonna be me all the time,
all day.
Right.
I'm gonna either you rocking this with me or you're not.
You rocking or you ain't.
But that's something that, like, when you said about like, that's something like, I'm not gonna front. Yeah, it's something that you do have to learn, like, for real,
for yourself.
If you can't be you, there's no point. Just roll out.
That's it. Now, I'm not gonna go to her corporate job's Christmas party acting the fucking fool.
Right. Knowing the boundaries.
It's all aesthetic.
You gotta know the boundaries. You got to behave at some point, nigga. Get your shit together.
I know how to behave in the right setting.
Acting up in front of these
chameleon. I know how to do it. I'm a chameleon. I know how to do it. I know how to go from the boardroom to the bedroom to the whatever.
No, but my thing is, I think there's a behavior for everything. Like within yourself, there's a behavior.
You have to know which setting that you're in.
You know how to know how. You have to have a setting for everything. So, you still could be yourself, but like you said, you're in a board. If you're in a big spot, everything's suit and tie. You can't be penis. No. Because
I'm an introvert extrovert.
But
because I'm an introvert extrovert. Even Leo, them, the first time they actually met me in person, they thought I was weird because I stayed in my room working, except when we had something to do. If we was like, okay, we got to be here this time, take pictures, do what we got to do. Boom, I'm there, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to work. But other than that, I'm back in the room. I'm working on my show for the Sunday night because I got to fly back home Sunday. They was like, yeah, I was like, no, I'm just when I'm Dale, I'm Dale, and when I'm the mouth, I'm the mouth. So it's like two different people, like, I know how to turn them on and off. Yeah.
It was like night and fucking day. It was like night and day, and I was like,
who
who is this man? Is your man's eye? Like, it was like night and day, but like being around him more often, like even in person, like being around him more often in person, he is very laid back. He's still talking shit. He's still gonna talk shit and say stuff, but he's very more, I'm chilling, I'm in the cut, I'm kind of here
paying
with
attention. I'm observing.
So
like,
and sometimes he's sativa. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
He a hybrid nigga. All right, cool.
Right.
Hybrid. He's a hybrid.
Yeah, but I also like, at this place, I have learned, like, I don't know how not to be me. Like, I don't know how not to be me. I don't know how to, like, even when it comes to like loving on people and all of that other kind of stuff, people are like, you be like, yes, I don't know how not to love on people. Baby, I was created in love, born in love, and raised in love. I don't know how not to love on people.
Mm-hmm.
My mama was a motherfucking love fairy, okay? She was spreading love around like glitter in this thing. So I don't know how not to be that way. Just even like being myself, I don't know how not to be myself because it took me so long to figure out myself, to be able to find myself, to learn who the fuck I am. So yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you. This me all the time. I mean, yeah, there are different versions or different variations, you know, again, depending on the setting, but this is me all the time. Just like Mouth said, like when I met him, it was like night and day. But when he met me, it was just like this. Like it was literally like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Nothing different.
All the different moods.
She asked a lot of questions.
Shut up, Moses. But like even when I first met Ayla, in person, Ayla came in and the first thing I did was give her a hug.
She gave me a hug. Girl. I was like, okay, girl.
Gave her a hug. She didn't realize I was as tall as I was.
That was my whole thing.
Never met me.
I'm sitting here like,
that freaked me out too. Because she just got out her car and I was like, what the? Oh.
I did. That's exactly what I did when I walked in. I'm sitting over here like, well, wait a minute.
And she's like, oh,
for all of y'all that are watching, yes, I am almost 6 feet tall. Okay?
And she gave you this big hug and then pat my back.
Gave you a real big hug. I'm like, I'm 5'1".
I'm almost 6 feet. Stop thinking that I'm little. I don't know why.
I thought she was gonna pick me up.
And then she had flags on and I had to still look up. I felt some type of way. What you say,
Kiki?
You got such good hugs, girl. I love them hugs.
Great hugs.
Oh, it feel like a warm cup of coffee, girl.
Girl, listen.
He has really good hugs.
But listen. My best friend got y'all think my hug's good. My best friend got good hugs.
My best friend got good hugs too. That's true. Both of
them. Listen, my best friend got that church mother kind of hugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ones that put you back together. Like Marcy got them kind of hugs.
Come here.
Listen. Like that squeeze be something different. And then she rock when she do it. I be like, oh my God.
Come on.
Listen, okay. So yes.
I got you, baby.
Right.
I got you, baby.
And before we get out here tonight, I'm gonna give y'all some more ways to set your boundaries, and then we'll double tap back on all the other part of this. The other side of this is the negative side, because we done talked about all of the positive, and we mixed in some of the negatives tonight. But I'm gonna give y'all the rest of the ways to set your boundaries. I told you guys how to identify your limits, but communicate your boundaries. Clearly express what you need, what your needs are, and boundaries to the person. Be firm but kind, ensuring they understand where you stand and how they can respect your limits. Be consistent. Upholding your boundaries consistently is key to ensuring they are respected. Do not waver or compromise on them, as this can lead to confusion and eroded trust. Know when to walk away. If your boundaries continue to be crossed or disrespected, it may be necessary to reassess the relationship and potentially distance yourself for your own well-being. Okay. And then how to cultivate positive connections. Be authentic. Like we said, be your goddamn self. Genuine positive connections form when you are your authentic self. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and show your true personality to foster real relationships. Choose like-minded individuals. Surround yourself with people who share similar values, goals, and energies. Positive connections flourish when there is mutual respect, shared vision, and understanding. Support and uplift each other. A strong connection thrives on mutual support. Encourage the other person's growth, celebrate their successes, and offer help during challenges. Let me double back. Y'all heard that part. Celebrate their successes. Some of y'all don't know how to celebrate your people or celebrate their successes or celebrate their things without inserting yourself. Celebrate other people. Offer help. Don't become an enabler. Offer help. Okay? And if they say they don't need help, just say, oh, okay, well, I'm here if you need me. Okay? Okay. Practice active listening. Engaging in active listening, being fully present, empathetic, and attentive can create deeper understanding and trust in your relationships. Okay? By identifying and nurturing healthy soul ties, breaking unhealthy ones, and setting boundaries and cultivating positive connections, you can create a life filled with meaningful, enriching relationships that promote emotional and spiritual growth and also mental growth as well. All right. That's it. That's all. We finna head on up out of here. We're going to get into this new music moment and then we out, y'all. Okay. This was a very fruitful conversation tonight. We got y'all with a little bit of news, a little bit of the F word, and then we're going to get y'all some of this new music moment tonight. And y'all know who is with. Y'all know who is with none other than the Mouth. So let's get into it.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, The Mouth, and it's time for your new music moments right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast. We're going to start off with an artist by the name of Lizzie. She got her started doing TikTok and Facebook and doing them remixes of her own, but now she has her own album out. And the single we're getting into tonight is called Tell Me, right here with your man, The Mouth, on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast.
Tell me what you want tonight. Lay your head on my pillow. Tonight we're gonna go real long. Satisfaction is guaranteed. I'm giving the best of me. I'm giving you all of me. Oh, tell me how you like it down low.
Yes, indeed. The song is called Tell Me, and the artist is named Lizzie. Now we're kicking the movie with Miss Hamzay, and she calls this one They Should Know. Brand new single, new artist, and your new music moments. And if you notice the vibe, it's all about the ladies tonight.
What am I supposed to say now that I've had my share of letdowns? What am I supposed to do now that I'm trying to start again? I'm not ready for someone that loves with an ego. I'm not waiting for someone to be sure, 'cause they should know, they should know, they should know what it is that they want. They should know, they should know, they should know.
Yes, indeed, it's Miss Hamza. She calls that one They Should Know. Now we keep moving with a veteran in the industry, Miss Avery Sunshine, from a brand new album, So Glad to Know You. This is a song called All I Need, right here in your new music moments with your man, The Mouth.
Go away, but maybe I really need for you to stay. I don't always mean everything I say, but I say what I mean. It's the Gemini in me, going back and forth, hanging up the phone and calling right back, 'cause I have something else to say. You're all I need. You are all I
Listen, dude, that's my sunshine Avery with All I Need. Now we keep it moving with my single of the week from the album Revenge. It Miss Money Long, and she gave you a whole album. And this one's called Bessie. And this one's for my ladies. Ladies, turn up and get your Bessie together. Let it go. Come on.
That my BFL, she the shit. Sister from another mister. That my twin, thick and thin, just like that. Have my back, if your bestie in the club. Where she at? Point eye. If she lying, then I'm lying, I ain't telling. Demon time, make you feel like it's heaven. Started from the bottom, she the one I split my bread with. PJ's on a PJ platform, it's expensive. Do a crime, every time she my driver. She gon' slide, we gon' slide on her arrival. We the baddest in the world, can't name nobody better. It's just me and her, nobody else don't even matter. And my BFL, she the shit, sister from another mister. That my twin, thick and thin, just like that. Have my back, if your bestie in the club. Where she at? That my BFL.
Yes, indeed. The song is called Bessie from Money Long, and her new album called Revenge. Don't forget to also go pick up Miss Avery Sunshine and her new album called So Glad to Know You. And don't forget to pick up Miss Heyman, her single, and it's called They Should Know, along with Miss Lizzie and her album. And the song is called Tell Me. It's been your new music moments with the man in the mouth right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast. Don't forget to follow me on all social media. As a matter of fact, hit me up on IG at _mouth 247. That's right. Hit me up on IG at the mouth _mouth 247. Y'all gotta get it right. Facebook, follow me on the _mouth moments. Yo, don't forget, if you got any questions or concerns, man, if you need anything, man, you want to be a part of the show, hit us up right here, the Fat Girl Chronicles, at the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. That's the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. Yo, it's been your man in the mouth. Hope I added something to your musical collection, to your musical life, to your journey. Yo, and like I always say, man, I'm out.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna have to send this video to you that I just recorded, because watching you on the screen and then watching you in the background is like right. You going ham in the background, and then you also going ham in the foreground. That is so funny. I'm like, oh, okay, okay then.
It's a fight.
I'm gonna be in the club with my best female friend. I'll be like, fucking play it for her, goddamn, let's go. Because everybody's so used to Money Long. She got all the ballads and all that stuff on the album, but it was refreshing to hear something up tempo from her.
Yeah, because I'm tired of her whining. Now
and that can be an anthem. That's an anthem right there.
I'm just kidding, but I wanted to hear something different
for the ladies right there.
That was refreshing, like you
said. That's an anthem for the ladies right there. I can see all the
ladies. Absolutely.
Here he go.
But we want to thank all of y'all for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you to my favorite floater, none other than my girl, Miss Kiki Janae. Thank you for tuning in and checking in with us tonight, boo. I truly miss your face and your energy around these parts. We want to thank y'all for tuning in, okay? Make sure that you go like, share, and follow the Fat Girl Chronicles Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. But we also are on all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And don't say you can't find us, because we are there, wherever that may be. We are on iHeart, Audible, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, all of the different places. Apple Podcasts. I think Google Podcasts is no longer in existence, but wherever you listen to podcasts, we are available there. And once again, for those who may have missed it, we literally just celebrated 4 years. On Sunday, we have hit our 4-year mark. And we are creeping up on. We are creeping up on 200 episodes of PGC sooner than later. So I want to say thank y'all for all of the love, support, and all of the amazingness over the last 4 years. There have been changes. There have been rearranges. There have been a lot of different things. But the one thing that does not
Eddie
change is
Kane
my
left.
love.
Eddie Kane left the building.
Listen. But the one thing that I cannot say that hasn't changed is my love for what we do here, my love for the people that we are able to impact and those that are able to gain something from what we do right here on PGC. Because our mission is to love and to inspire and to give a platform for those who need a platform to find their voice, not ours. Okay? So we are here to help you do that. If you are looking to be a part of our team, feel free to reach out to us, the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. We are looking for you. We are looking for you. We are looking for members to be a part of our team. Whether you can do whatever it is that you love to do, and we need you over here. We're looking for content creators, photographers, videographers, sportcasters, style and beauty experts, home and DIY experts, foodies, tech and gadget experts, financial experts, and health and wellness experts too. And if there's something that you're an expert at that I did not mention, come on over here because we're looking for you too, baby. Okay? We are looking for you. So come on over here. We are looking for you. We love you. We need you. And we want you over here. We like you and we want you. Okay? But we getting ready to get up out of this thing. Y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass, y'all. Do it with your whole ass. All right? We about
this thing. Be good
to yourself. Be good to yourself and each other. All right? We love y'all. Peace.
Have an amazing week. Be amazing. Why not?
You gotta do it with your whole ass.